Hi everyone, my name is Brian Hughes and I'm a board member for Hawthorne Hill. We are excited that you've decided to join us this evening for our annual Art and More for Shelter event. This is our annual fundraiser and it's a really big deal that you're here and we're really excited that you've decided to join. This year is going to look a little bit different. We're not in person, we're not having drinks together, and we're not able to cheer when different things happen throughout the event. But we're excited nonetheless to be able to put on this presentation for you, tell you a little bit about Hawthorne Hill, tell you about who it benefits, and give you some opportunities to help make some donations that really can make some big differences in the lives of many people in the Des Moines area. First up, I'd like to introduce Tim Shanahan, our Executive Director. Tim's going to tell you a little bit about our program and do a virtual tour of our actual shelter so that you can see what the inside looks like and learn a little bit more about some of the statistics in the Des Moines area having to do with homelessness. Thank you again for coming tonight. Have a great evening.
Hi, I'm Tim Shanahan, Executive Director of Hawthorne Hill, and thank you so much for being to our first virtual fundraiser. Just want to talk a little bit about Hawthorne Hill. We started in 1978. And since then, we have two programs that we operate. That's New Direction Shelter and the Home Connection program.
New Direction Shelter is a family shelter designed to serve families experiencing homelessness. The main requirement to get into shelter is you have to have a minor child in your care. We take dual parent households, single moms, single dads, same-sex couples, as well as multi-generational families. Families are able to stay in shelter for on average 30 days, and while they're here, they are provided a family room that they do not share with another family. They are able to use the living room and kitchen to meet the needs of their family, and they are offered case management services to help them get back on their feet. Those services include referrals to jobs, childcare, helping them get their children registered for school, and then lastly, getting them housing resources that they need to become stabilized. Here at New Direction Shelter, we are able to serve 8 families at a time in a home-like environment setting. Each of our families has their own room that they share within their family, and they are able to access other areas of the house, such as the living room and kitchen, to meet their needs for their family.
We've been operating New Direction Shelter since 1990, and we've been in our current location, which is at 3001 Grand Avenue, since 1996. With the Home Connection, we've been operating since 1986, and we have 30 homes, a triplex, and some duplexes scattered throughout Des Moines. 2019 was a very busy year for Hawthorne Hill. New Direction Shelter, we served 191 children in our shelter, and that was composed of 86 homeless families. Again, we had 86 homeless families with 191 children that called our shelter home. 73% were transitioned into permanent housing, which we're very proud of, and that was mainly done because of our hardworking supportive staff, our case managers. And then 85% of our families, the adults in the families that were looking for employment, found employment. We know the best way to end homelessness is through employment and increasing income. And by helping those adults find employment, and hopefully good employment, they're on their way to financial independence.
Thank you, Tim, for showing us around, as well as being able to tell us a little bit about some of the statistics on homelessness in the Des Moines area. Next, we're going to introduce you to a couple of families that have been able to benefit from the Home Connection program as well as Hawthorne Hill. I think that you're going to find that their stories are very real, and my guess is that they're probably going to impact you in a similar way that they did to us.
Well, it started when I lost my job after their mother went to jail, and we didn't have any place to live for about a week or so. We ended up living in a barn, this was in a small town in southeast Iowa. There was nowhere to go to down there, so we went to call around for shelters, which eventually, after a lot of searching, led us to Hawthorne Hill. Once I got there, it was a great experience. Up until then, it was pretty rough.
So my role at Hawthorne Hill is senior case manager, so I split my time between the Home Connection families and the shelter families.
So they helped me get everything set up for daycare for the kids, figure out what schools the kids would go to.
I met Casey and the kids August of 2019. At the time, he had both kiddos and was looking for work, but struggled to find childcare. With the lapse it takes to apply for child care assistance and when it's approved and the age of the kids. So finally the kids were able to start school, which really helped free up some of Casey's time to start job searching and taking that next step.
After being in there for a month or so, I ended up getting a house and accepted to the Home Connection program. At that point, I started going to school for computer programming, just going part-time, trying not to overwhelm myself. But hopefully I end up with a much better job and being more stable at the end of it. I'm wanting to get into real estate appraisal, but you have to have an associate's degree to do that. So I just picked an associate's degree that maybe I could fall back on if that doesn't work out.
Awesome.
Kinnick is 8 and Kendall is 7. I have been fighting for custody of them since their mother went to jail last year. That's when I found out that they had both missed 53 days of school and they were supposed to be held back. While being in the Home Connection program, I've been able to get temporary custody of them, and I've been able to help them enough so that neither one of them were held back in school. They're both in the grades they're supposed to be in, and the teachers say they're making great progress. Kendall's just above where she's supposed to be. Kinnick is just below where he's supposed to be right now, but that's a huge progress from where he was when he came up here. We absolutely love Des Moines. I mean, there's plenty to do here, plenty of family activities, like the zoo, the science center, stuff like that. There's just, the people here are nice. I grew up in South Florida, and I always kind of stayed away from cities because, you know, cities down there, people didn't say hi to you on the street. Everybody up here is very nice, very helpful. I haven't really met one real mean person in Des Moines yet.
What got us to the program came from Kansas City. The reason why we moved up here is because less crime. I want to see my kids grow instead of see my kids die. We came up here, less crime rate. It's quiet, peaceful program. It helped us out by helping us out with the kids, and if we need something, they'll help us out.
My name is Jessica. We are originally from Kansas City, Missouri. We've been here since September of 2017. We just kind of wanted to change the scenery, just kind of move somewhere new. Didn't have any family here, anything like that. So we just decided to get on the highway and just drive, and this is where we came. And we ended up going through PHC, and they got us emergency placement with New Directions. And then we were there, and we ended up getting our own apartment through them, and then kind of fell on some hard times again in December of 2018. So we ended up in St. Joseph's Shelter, and that's how we got connected into the Home Connection program. And so actually, this week makes a year that we've been in our house and in the program. Sorry, baby. And if it wasn't for the program, we'd probably be in the same situation. They make it affordable for us to be able to, you know, maintain housing and keep a roof over our head. Especially with me right now being on bed rest and having some complications with the pregnancy. So it kind of adds it financially. It makes it a little bit easier on us to be able to keep up with the rent and bills and everything. So. And Sergio's been wonderful. He's really been a help, and he tries to help us out a lot. He was able to get us a washer and dryer, kind of some household stuff, some furniture, kind of got like a table and some chairs. So he's been very, very helpful, and we're very, very fortunate for the program.
They're doing really well, follow up with the appointments, follow up with their budget, follow up with their goals that we have set up with the kids. They have good parenting skills with the kids. They're very traditional family that wants to do better for their kids, and they want to provide for their kids and for them to have a better education and things like that. So they follow our recommendations. They do their own stuff themselves too. The other good part is both of them communicate well, they work well, the kids are stable, so that's another good thing about it. The school is just walking distance from school, and it has a good system. King Elementary has a really good system in there. So transportation has been the main issue. They have this SUV, and that thing has been giving them a lot of problems. They're doing really well, and they're doing it.
So the bottom line is that organizations like Hawthorne Hill aren't able to provide the supportive services that are necessary for the families of folks like the ones you just now got to hear from without the support from you. We need donations to be able to make these kinds of things happen, and we need you to be able to help us with that. There are many ways to help Hawthorne Hill, whether it be individually, corporately, or through other organizations. At this time, we would like to recognize a couple of those fantastic supporters of Hawthorne Hill.
We would now like to introduce our 2020 Community Partner of the Year. Holy Trinity Patch has been a partner of Hawthorne Hill for over 10 years and been in existence in our community for over 30 years.
Okay, I'm Molly Pigneri, and I'm one of the chair people for the Holy Trinity Patch program, and Patch stands for Parish Assisted Temporary Care and Housing. And Holy Trinity has been working with homeless families for probably over 30 years now. And I believe we've been working with New Directions for probably more than 12 years. So New Directions helps us identify a family that needs additional support that would be moving out of the shelter. And then New Directions also provides us with case management while that family is in the Patch program. So we typically, because the program is about 6 months, we've typically been helping about 2 families a year. So we love the partnership with New Directions.
We are so grateful for the ongoing and unwavering support.
Marty and Michael Bosenberg's introduction to Hawthorne Hill's New Direction Shelter program began in 2007 when Marty was taking a class at Drake University, and the class included presentations by several nonprofit organizations in the area. Marty remembers being impressed with the New Direction Shelter presentation and put a pin in it, with hopes of helping out or volunteering in the future when time allowed.
Tima told me one time when I met her in the morning on Saturday that milk and juice would be useful. And so after that, for I think it's, 12 or 15 years now, we've been bringing milk and juice every Saturday and dropping it off and doing what little we can to help. It's a wonderful program. It's very much an inspiration to us, and we're very pleased to help. Mike and I work together to get the milk and juice and get it over there, and it's no big deal, but we're happy to help.
Marty and Michael, we are truly grateful for your ongoing support, your generosity, and for going way above and beyond for our New Direction Shelter families. Thank you so much.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike Benaziak, and I'm so happy to be back again this year helping with the Hawthorne Hill Art and More event. This year, obviously, it is virtual, and as much as I would love to see all of your smiling faces in person at a big event venue, unfortunately, because of all the chaos, we're not able to do that. But one of the neat things, or what I would say would be a silver lining of this, is that this event can be shared to a much wider audience. We don't have to focus on the couple hundreds of people that would be at the event in person, but because of you, we can actually share this event and share all the auction items that I'm about to go over with thousands of people. So if you have not invited your friends, family, co-workers, if you have not shared this on your social media, please click below and do so right now to help us out. Because that's what tonight is about, is raising, again, as much money as possible for Hawthorne Hill. Because even in these times, the necessities, the resources that are needed have not changed. So they need this money more now than even before. So that's what we're going to do. I want to run you through the auction items really quick. And we're going to start off with Downtown Date Night number 1. Downtown Date Night number 1 is Latin. Okay, delicious Latin meal at Malo, and then a one-night stay at the Des Moines Marriott downtown with breakfast for 2. We've already had a ton of bids on these coming in. Please make sure that they keep coming in. The estimated value on this is $194. And just like all these auction items, I know we can raise a lot more than that. So downtown date night number 1 is Latin cuisine at Malo, and then a one-night stay at the Des Moines Marriott downtown with breakfast for 2. Next, we've got downtown date night number 2. This one is Italian cuisine. So we already did Latin. Now we've got an Italian-inspired menu at Centro, then a one-night stay at the Embassy Suites downtown. The estimated value for this package is $180. So they're about the same. If you're looking for a great date night, delicious meal, this one's at Centro, and then you've got a one-night stay at the Embassy Suites downtown. Next up, we've got the beauty package. This estimated value at $200 includes a haircut with Shauna at Roslyn's on 5th, a haircut with Roslyn at Roslyn's on 5th, any service with Madeline at Roslyn's on 5th, and then a $25 gift card to Thea's Nails. So we've got 2 haircuts, an additional service, and a gift card to Thea's Nails. So if you haven't been out of the house in a while, I know it's not an issue for me from a haircut standpoint, even though I will tell you the last few months I'm getting a little more gray. But if you're looking to get that hair styled, this is the package to get. So this is the beauty package. Next up on the list, we've got the foodie package. This one is insane. The amount of gift cards in this package is going to take me like a minute to read through them all anyway. This estimated value, we jumped this up. This is $500 estimated value. But listen to what you're getting for this package. Bread for a year from Panera Bread of Iowa. So you get bread once a month for an entire year, 12 months. A chocolate storybook gift basket. A Trader Joe's gift basket. A Zombie Burger gift card. Biaggi's Ristorante Italiano gift card, Cheesecake Factory gift card, Dirt Burger gift card. I'm only halfway through, folks. We've got a Gateway Market gift card, Now or Later Restaurant gift card, Tercy's Latin King gift card, Waterfront Seafood Market gift card, and a Hy-Vee gift card. There's like 12 items on this package. So you want to bid on this, you want to bid on this right now because there's so much good going into this package. Oh my gosh. It is delicious. Next up, we've got our Walt Disney package. This package includes 5 Fast Pass Plus tickets. So tickets are valid at the Walt Disney World Resort in Central Florida during normal operating hours and provide admission to a magical experience at one or more unique theme parks on the same day. The Magic Kingdom Park, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom. So it's 5 Fast Pass Plus, those are the premier tickets for Walt Disney World to be used at your disposal. The tickets, and this is the cool thing, if you're not wanting to travel right now, that's okay. The tickets do not expire until March 2022. We've got at least a year and a half, over a year and a half out to use these, so no worries there. Make sure to bid on this. That estimated value for this package is $545. Next up, our activity package. This estimated value is at $640 and includes 2 rounds of golf at Toad Valley, 2 rounds of mini golf at Toad Valley, 4 rounds of golf at any of the City of Des Moines, Blank Waveland, or Bright Grandview golf courses, 4 one-day passes at Climb, Iowa, and 4 one-day passes at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. One additional thing is a 4-month, this is huge, 4-month family pass at the YMCA of Greater Des Moines. So we get 2 rounds of golf at Toad Valley, 2 rounds of mini golf at Toad Valley, 4 rounds of golf at a City of Des Moines golf park, 4 one-day passes at Climb, Iowa, 4 one-day passes at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden, and a 4-month family pass at the YMCA of Greater Des Moines. This package is huge. Estimated value for that, again, $640. We've got the bids coming in. I can actually see them right now. Lots of bids already made. This auction has been open. And quick, before I get to the last item, this auction closes at the end of this event. So if you're even thinking about it, bid right now. And then our final package for tonight, estimated value at $674, is the hot air balloon ride date night. We've got 2 date packages that we explained before that included dinner and a one-night stay. This one is a hot air balloon ride date night that includes a Tech Visions balloon ride, then dinner at Django, and a one-night stay at the Des Moines Savory Hotel. So this balloon ride is around 45 minutes to an hour long, and you are going to get some amazing views of the city and surrounding area. So a Tech Visions balloon ride plus dinner at Django, which you haven't had their food, it's amazing, and then a one-night stay at the Des Moines Savory Hotel. A great date night. These are all amazing ways to get out of the house. A lot of them are supporting local, which we want to do right now. But get out of the house, do something fun. We've all been cooped up a little bit. These are great opportunities to do just that. So before I leave, I want to mention again, the auction ends at the end of this event. So bid now. We got more and more bids coming in as we speak. Get those bids in. Let's meet and exceed those estimated values. Let's raise as much money as possible. Thank you so much. I think I'll be back in a little bit, but for right now, I'm going to turn it over to Phyllis. Thank you.
A thank you to all the sponsors for this evening's event. At the Claude Monet sponsorship of $5,000 or more is nationwide. Thank you, Nationwide. The Vincent Van Gogh sponsors come in at a level of $2,500, and we had several Vincent Van Gogh sponsors, including American Equity Investment Life Insurance Company, Davis Brown Law Firm, Great Western Bank, and Federal Home Loan Bank of Des Moines. We have one Pablo Picasso sponsor at $1,500, and that is Principal. And we also have Edward Hopper sponsors at $500, including Raccoon Valley Partners, LMC Insurance and Risk Management, Green State Credit Union, Bankers Trust, and RSM. Thank you to all our sponsors this evening. It takes all of us gathered here today at this virtual event, plus many others, in order to provide Hawthorne Hill the facilities and the resources they need to continue to provide vital services to Iowa's most vulnerable homeless families. One of those groups of people that I'd like to thank for the value that they provide by serving on the board of directors. I am Phyllis Tinker, and I serve as president of the board. Brian Hughes serves as vice president. Nick Roby is treasurer, and Martha Ward serves as secretary. Also providing valuable hours serving on the board of directors are Zach Fieser, Gina Graham, Reverend Hee-Chan Hwan, Julie Kellner, Jill Kimkus, Erica Lippincott, Julie McLean, Kevin Podhoven, Linda Rulin, Sarah Schuler, Jenny Smith, and Deanne Wilson.
Hi everyone, I hope you've been enjoying the program so far. I'm back real quick to remind you about all the amazing auction items. We've been seeing the bids coming through fast and furious. The prices are getting up there. Love what you're all doing. Continue to share this. Spread the message of Hawthorne Hill. And still, remember, the bidding ends at the end of the broadcast. So bid now. Bid quickly. Don't even think about it. Just bid. There's so many great packages. So again, I want to run through these one more time for you. First up, we've got that date night number one package, which is dinner at Malo, and then a one-night stay at the Des Moines Marriott downtown with breakfast for two. Next up, we've got date night number two, downtown date night number two, I should mention. This is going to be food or dinner at Centro, followed by a one-night stay at the Embassy Suites downtown. Then we've got the beauty package. Get out of the house, get that hair done, get those nails done. This is that haircut with Shauna, haircut with Rosalind, any service from Madeline. This is all at Rosalind's on 5th. And then throwing in a $25 gift card to Thea's Nails as well. That is the beauty package. Follow that up with the foodie package. So we've got the beauty package, we've got the downtown date nights. Now this foodie package is ginormous. It is the Panera Bread for a year, bread once a month for a year, Chocolate Storybook, Trader Joe's gift basket, Zombie Burger, Biaggi's, Cheesecake Factory, Dirt Burger, Gateway Market, Now or Later, Tercey's Latin Cade, Waterfront Seafood, and Hy-Vee. All these gift baskets, gift cards, unbelievable food. So this foodie package is huge. Walt Disney World, we've got 5 Fast Pass Plus tickets to be used anytime between now and March of 2022. So you can figure out the travel arrangements. You've got plenty of time to do so, but get the bids in for those Fast Pass Plus. There, I did it. Yes. Tickets. And we've got the activity package. This one's the 2 rounds of mini golf at Toad Valley, 2 rounds of golf at Toad Valley, and then 2 rounds of mini golf at Toad Valley. 4 rounds of golf at a City of Des Moines golf park. 4 one-day passes at Climb, Iowa. 4 one-day passes at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden, and 4-month family pass at the YMCA of Greater Des Moines. And we've got kind of what I would consider our finale package. This is the biggest one of the evening, and you're not going to want to miss it. Hot air balloon ride date night. So we've already got dinner at Django and a one-night stay at the Des Moines Savory Hotel. That sounds like a great date night already. But no, we're going to throw in a Tech Visions balloon ride, 45 minutes to an hour, and the view is going to be phenomenal. You don't want to miss this. These rides are just gorgeous. What a wonderful way to get out of the house, and an unforgettable date night for you and another person. So those are the packages. Remember, these end at the end of the broadcast, and we are close. I don't know the exact time, but we are very close to being done. So please, please bid on this now. Keep sharing the stream, and keep raising that money for Hawthorne Hill.
So during this auction, you've been able to bid on lots of different items, and Mike explained and described most of those items to you. I wanted to jump in real quick and talk about some really special auction items that will allow you to take something home from this event that will remind you of the homeless problem that we have in Des Moines, and also remind you of who it directly impacts, which is the kids. So we had some of the kids at the shelter actually put together some of the art items that we were able to auction off. And directly behind me, you see those auction items. We're excited about the fact that they were willing to pour their heart and soul into doing some art projects for us that we can auction off that directly benefit the shelter. If you go to the auction site, you're actually going to be able to see the pieces of art that the kids were able to make, and it'll have their name and age on each of those pieces of art. We're excited about the opportunity to be able to auction those items off because those kids pour their heart and soul into those pieces of art, and you're now able to take that home and remember the impact that you were able to make. So please take a few minutes right now to go to the auction site and actually take a look at those pieces of art and bid on them. What that means to me is that I'm going to lose all of my art that I have hanging on the wall because these are the items that you're actually bidding on. We're excited to have you here. Thank you very much for attending, and on with the show.
Hi everyone, it's Mike again. First off, I want to say the bids coming in are so generous. There's so many. Keep those bids coming, please. For all those auction items that I previously talked about, keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. The overwhelming support has been so great to see, and I want to continue it going to the end of this broadcast and beyond. But for right now, to talk about another way that you're able to help support Hawthorne Hill, we're going to do our virtual paddle raiser. One of the things that I like that when we do these paddle raisers is that it gives everyone an opportunity, myself included, to talk or to kind of reveal some of the underlying costs, some of that overhead that goes into running an operation like Hawthorne Hill. And sometimes those numbers are surprising or staggering, but if nothing else, it gives you insight to what it takes to truly run an organization like Hawthorne Hill successfully day in and day out, and the funds needed to do so. So as I go through each of these, I want you to dig deep and really think about the impact that your dollars are making tonight. And I want to show you what some of those dollars can really do for Hawthorne Hill. So we're going to start out with the biggest number, $1,000. If you're able to dig deep and donate $1,000 tonight, which I always tell people to break it down by month, break it down by week. What does that actually mean in terms of a donation? So $1,000, okay? That's what, 80 some bucks a month? Okay? Is that something? So, you know, in the 80 some bucks, let's break that down even further. 20 some bucks a week? Maybe we have to skip going out to eat once a week. But by doing that, listen what you're able to do with that $1,000. If you donate $1,000, that covers the cost of a new appliance at a house in the Home Connection program at Hawthorne Hill. So a new appliance that family can utilize while they're there their entire stay, and only that, the next family, and the next family, and the next family. So that one donation of yours lasts for years and years to help these families out with that new appliance. So that's $1,000 that covers the cost of a new appliance. If $1,000 is a little too much, that's okay. Let's cut that in half, $500. So maybe we're talking $10 a week, or a little bit less, 52 weeks in the year. $10 a week, that's it. And for $500, that pays for the utilities at New Direction Shelter for a month. That pays the utilities, I'll say it again, for the New Direction Shelter, the entire shelter, for a month. The utilities, water, electrical, etc. Okay? To provide all of the fantastic services that they do. It's $10 a week out of your pocket, a month of support for the entire shelter that you're able to help out with. That's $500. Okay? Again, understandable, but let's drop that to $250. If we can't do $500, if we can't do $1,000, $250. Now we're talking $5 a week. That's a cup of coffee. That's a latte out there, folks. A cup of coffee for $250. Okay, that covers a monthly bus pass for 5 people. 5 people, a monthly bus pass, $250. 5 people get a monthly bus pass to be able to take them where they need to go. Important. A very small thing that we can do, but a very large impact that these things make. We've talked about $1,000 in that new appliance. We've talked about $500 in utilities for the New Direction Shelter for a month. The $250, 5 people's bus passes for a month. Okay? So that's at $250. Now if we drop again to $125, that actually pays for a month's supply of diapers. For these families, even the small things that a lot of times we just neglect because they're just things in life that might come naturally to us, the things that we take for granted day after day after day. Diapers that people can't afford. The shelters are able to provide diapers for a family, and $125 covers a month's supply. A month's supply of those diapers. So make that donation now. $125. That's it. Then our last paddle raiser is $50. $50, but it still, listen to this, covers the cost of one meal for all families staying at the shelter. $50 covers the cost of one meal for all families staying at the shelter. So that's one meal, one additional meal that they know is locked in, is provided, is guaranteed for these families and for this critical time in their lives that you're able to provide something as simple as a meal to them. So $50, $125, $250, $500. If you're able to, give it that $250, give it that $500, give it that $1,000, and know that you're making this huge impact for Hawthorne Hill and for all the amazing work that they do there. All right. Please, last chance to give. Auction items still up until the end of this broadcast. We're coming down to the wire. We've only got a couple minutes left, so get the paddle raiser donations in, get the auction bids in. Please help us raise. Let's set a record. Even in these crazy times with all this being virtual, let's still set a record year over year for this great Art and More event. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Brian for some final comments, and he will take it from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike, for the amazing job of describing all the different paddle raisers and the way that people can directly impact the homeless problem that we have in Des Moines and help Hawthorne Hill and New Direction Shelter. Throughout this evening, we've talked a lot about what our shelter does, how it does it, and the different programs that we have available for the different folks that are in need of support. Right now, I wanted to thank you very specifically for coming tonight and donating some of your hard-earned money to help our organization. Without support like you're providing, we wouldn't be able to do all the things that we're able to do. So thank you very much. Two people that I want to very specifically thank are Mike Benasiak, who did the auctioning of all the items and spent quite a bit of time putting together his piece of this program. I also want to thank somebody behind the scenes that you haven't been able to meet yet. Somebody who hasn't been on camera, somebody whose name hasn't appeared in any of the bulletins, but somebody who's done a tremendous amount of work to make this event possible tonight. His name is Cameron Stotts, and Cameron poured his heart and soul into doing the editing for this program, spending hours and hours and hours pouring through all kinds of videos and pictures, audio, to make this thing happen. So a huge thank you goes out to Cameron Stotts for his help with putting this all together. Without it, it wouldn't have happened for sure. And last but certainly not least, we want to thank our auction committee. Those folks that put quite a bit of time into trying to plan something that would end up with a huge benefit for our organization. So thank you very much to those committee members. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's presentation. Have a fantastic evening. And if you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you get to the auction site to bid up those items as soon as possible. Thank you. We appreciate your support.